Celebrating 70 years as your hometown station. You're watching KMVT News with Joseph Downs, Brittany Cooper, and your weather with Chief Meteorologist Bobby Clark. This is KMVT News at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for News at 5 today. I'm Brittany Cooper. Joseph Downs is off. A 6-hour standoff in Twin Falls between Hayburn and Polk Streets finally ended with one man in custody. Hometown reporter Derica Kay has been following this case all day long. We join her now live from the scene. Derica, what can you tell us? In March of 2023, KMVT reported on a crash that resulted in the death of a local man who was on his way to a job site that afternoon. Travel nurses are an essential part of many hospitals across the country. But at St. Luke's Magic Valley, 2 travel nurses have made St. Luke's their home. KMVT's Elizabeth Hadley has more on this story. We're just one day away from the first ever college football playoff quarterfinal matchup between the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Boise State Broncos in the Fiesta Bowl. Both coaches spoke this morning in a joint press conference addressing the game and what they're looking out for. Our very own sports director Cole Implett can tell us more. Cole? The Golden Eagles hosting the Salt Lake Bruins, both teams looking to keep their seasons alive. Visitors get on the board first with a runner on third. Paige Shumway delivers a fly ball to left, good enough for a sacrifice fly, and Slick has a 1-0 lead. CSI does not have an answer until the third inning. Same score until Ava Howell. It's a no-doubter to left, her 13th of the season, and the solo shot ties up the game at 1. The athletic directors say they've learned their lesson of always putting a time frame for payment in any signed document. There's no word yet if they will take legal action. Again, we spoke with Cody Heward, who is waiting to release the funds following the sale of a solar company. Stay with us as we continue to follow this story. 2 Oakley seniors are taking their talents to the next level, but in 2 very different ways. One will hit the hardwood while the other will hit the rodeo circuit. Our top story this evening, the first group of Afrikaners refugees from South Africa have arrived in the U.S., and some of them will be resettling in Twin Falls. Hometown reporter Derica Kay is live outside the locations that were raided earlier today. Derica, what are investigators saying? The Jerome Police Department has seen an increase in Hyundai and Kia thefts after a TikTok trend on how to steal these cars went viral. Hometown reporter Derica Kay spoke with the 5th Judicial District of Casa here in the Magic Valley to see how it could impact the local program.
This is KMVT News at 6.
On Tuesday, we told you about the party around the Firefly Petunia unveiling. And this week's Salute to Idaho Agriculture, KMVT's Brevin Monroe dives deeper into this unique flower. Well, suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death for kids ages 12 to 18, according to the CDC.
News, back to the studio.
All right, Tanya, looking forward to it. And she didn't mention, but she's going to be one of the parade announcers along with 5 others from KVT. Well, changes coming for those who use the E Street Community Center in Twin Falls. The United Way of South Central Idaho has dropped some recreation and fitness classes due to low member participation. However, cost-cutting measures in order to preserve the center's operations played a role as well. On May 22nd, the community center introduced a new pricing model that looks to cover most operating costs without United Way's assistance. This includes collaborating with sports teams and church groups, but also property valuation and selling options have been discussed. Development in a Gooding County murder case. 2 suspects took a plea deal with the state and are pleading guilty in the death of Roger Driesel. Our hometown reporter Derica Kay is in the studio with more. Derica.
You're watching KMVT News at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News at 10 tonight. I'm Brittany Cooper. A successful fire season means a lot of planning and preparing, and that requires knowing what the current conditions are and how that impacts the fire season risk. Heather Ann Wagner reports on what we can expect this season.
This is KMVT News at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News at 10 tonight. I'm Brittany Cooper. In our top story, a pilot is dead and another in critical condition after 2 crop dusters collide mid-air near Arco. The Butte County Sheriff's Office says it arrived at the crash around 12:30 this afternoon, and the Arco Fire Department not long after. They found 2 mangled planes about a quarter mile from each other in a field, only a few miles from the Arco Airport. Firefighters told our sister station that they were able to extract a victim from one plane, which skidded short of Highway 93. That person is in critical condition. As for the other plane, the sheriff's office and a local funeral home removed a body. The identities of those involved in the crash are unknown at this time.